to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. And whatever brings you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is a hands-free Vinyasa flow. So that means we won't be doing any weight bearing on our hands, which is a really great break for the hands and the wrists if you do a lot of yoga, a lot of texting, typing, driving, anything that really kind of cramps up the hands and bothers the wrists. So since we're not using the hands and the arms very much, that means we're going to be recruiting a lot more strength from the lower body and working with some dynamic balance as well. I'm really excited for this one, so when you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's start our practice in a comfortable seated position on the mat. So make your way there, making any adjustments, getting out any last little wiggles here. And as you arrive in your seat, lifting your spine up tall, rolling your shoulders back and down. And if it's safe and comfortable for you, allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. And as you close off the eyes here, using that as an indication to your body that it's time to travel inwards. As much as our yoga practice is very physical, really the intention of our yoga is to bring everything inward. So as you come into this internal experience, begin to explore your inner landscape. And we do that by bringing awareness to the breath. Noticing the rise and fall of your inhales and exhales. Bringing your awareness to your mind and your thoughts. And becoming aware of any emotions that you've brought with you onto the mat today. Knowing that you are welcome here as you are. And your mat is a safe space to feel whatever it is you need to feel and to be in the experience of being you. As you continue to investigate this inner landscape, noticing where you can begin to soften a little bit more. And maybe that's a softening in your physical body, relaxing your muscles, unclenching your jaw. Perhaps that's a softening in your mind, a softening around judgment. Maybe that's a softness in your emotions. Whatever that is for you, go into this space of softening. And through this softening, I find there's also this playfulness that comes into the practice. When we let go of feeling like our yoga is so serious, when we let go of that kind of intensity of it, and allow ourselves to be a little more gentle and natural and organic in our movement. Taking a few more rounds of breath here as you center yourself to complete that process of softening. And to open yourself up to whatever possibilities your yoga practice has to offer you today. All together, let's take another breath in through the nose. Breath out through your mouth. And if you have your eyes closed, slowly begin to flutter them open, readjust to the light in your space. If you're seated in a cross-legged position, please switch the cross of your legs, bringing opposite foot in front. If you are sitting on a prop or on your heels, please adjust now so that you're in this cross-legged seat as well. Hands cupping your shins or your knees. Let's take an inhale, roll your shoulders back, bring your heart forward. Find your cow pose. As you exhale, round your spine, drawing your shoulders forward, finding cat. Inhale for cow, rocking forward on your pelvis, lifting your chest. Exhale for your cat, rocking back to the tailbone, rounding your spine. A few more rounds here. Inhaling, heart forward. Exhaling, round your spine back. Really finding this link of breath and body. Starting to come into this place of awareness. And as you finish your last round here, meeting back in your neutral spine, nice and tall through the top of your head. Bringing your hands in front of your chest now, make 2 fists and bring your knuckles together to touch. Rock back slightly on the pelvis so that you can uncross your legs and plant the soles of your feet onto the floor, a little wider than your hips. Now today's practice is hands off, but if at any point you want just a little more support, you can bring your fingertips to the floor and use that to kind of help you navigate some of these transitions. So for now, fists together, chest proud. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees to the right side of your mat. Let your chest follow the line of your knees. Then inhale, come back through center. Exhale, knees drop to the left. Let your torso twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Keep this going just a few more rounds. Waking up the hips and the spine here as we flow with the breath. And again, finding these places where we can start to soften. So you might notice there are some places in your body that feel a little tight or grippy. And just gentle movements like this can start to reveal those parts to us. So if you find anywhere that feels a little crunchy, send your breath there, send your intention there, and start to soften. And the next time that your knees come back through center, please pause there. We're sitting up nice and tall, feet planted, lifted up on the sits bones. Start to heel toe or walk your feet in a little bit closer together, maybe hips width distance or slightly closer. And bring your hands now to the backs of your thighs, nice and loose here with that grip. Roll your shoulders back and down as you take a breath in. As you breathe out, rock back slightly so that you can lift your feet and find your boat pose. So as you lean the torso back, that's helping us to engage the core, drawing navel to spine, but our chest is staying proud, shoulders back and down. Drawing your legs together, even if they're not touching, that magnetic energy between the thighs. And feeling the entire body starting to wake up here. This fire is building now. If you'd like, hands can come away from the thighs completely, reaching towards the heels. Just see that the chest can stay lifted. Let's take another inhale here. Now, as you exhale, feet come to the floor, knees open wide. Reach your arms forward as you lift your hips and come into your forward fold. Nice transition, well done. Walk those feet out a little wider apart here, stacking your feet underneath your hips. And if it feels good for your spine, you can grab opposite elbows and take a gentle sway side to side here. Just a few breaths to get used to this inversion here today. Really feeling this connection through the soles of your feet to the earth. Feeling this stretch for the backs of your legs and for your spine. Letting your head hang heavy here, maybe even shaking the head yes and no a couple times. Let's take another breath in here. And breath out. Relaxing your arms, take an inhale to roll yourself up to standing. Take your time, bit by bit, coming all the way up. Rolling your shoulders back, bringing your chin to neutral in your Tadasana mountain pose. Now, if you're not already there, walk yourself to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, drop your left arm down, reach your right arm up and over into a side bend. Planting through your feet, lifting up through the rib cage. Take another inhale here. And exhale. Next inhale brings you back up through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up and over. Gentle hugging in of navel to spine, finding that core support here. Take another inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift up through center, both arms to the sky. Now as you exhale, bend your elbows wide, cactus your arms. Inhale, arms come back up to the sky. Exhale, soften your knees as you fold forward, arms sweep down. Inhale for chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips. Exhale, push all the way to standing, hands to heart center. This little flow is going to act as our sun salutation for today, building a little more heat in the body. So let's keep this going. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, cactus, elbows bent. Inhale, arms reach up, get tall. Exhale, fold forward, let the arms sweep down. Inhale for chair pose, sink the hips, lift your chest. Exhale, push to standing, hands to heart center. 2 more times at your pace. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair. Exhale, push to stand. Last time, inhale, arms up, building heat. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, push to stand, hands to heart. Pause here, breath in. And breath out. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Let's keep going. Exhale, sit your hips back. Come right on into your chair pose. Now today you have a few options with your arms. Option 1, biceps to ears. Option 2, arms straight forward. Option 3, genie arms. This way we're keeping the hands kind of out of the equation. So choose your variation here as you sit into your chair. Chest stays lifted as the hips sit down and back. Now really start to feel this connection through the soles of your feet, plugging in through your big toe mounds and your outer heels. Now shifting your weight towards your right foot, take an inhale, float your left foot a couple of inches. As you exhale, step your left foot back behind you, lightly land a lunge. Arms reach up as you inhale. Exhale, bend your back knee, lower all the way down into your low lunge. If you need to readjust, that front foot can inchworm forward, sinking the hips. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, take your hips with you as you start to straighten through your front leg. Heart moves forward, hips move back for a hamstring stretch. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, rock forward, rebending the front knee. As you exhale, lift your back knee off the floor, coming back to your high lunge. Inhale, chest forward, arms sweep back. As you exhale, float the left leg up, coming into warrior three. Hug your navel in and up, finding length from head to toes here. Not here for long, taking another inhale. Exhale, bend both knees, land your left foot next to your right. Inhale for chair pose, choose your arm variation. Exhale, push to stand, hands to heart center. Well done, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Whatever arm variation feels best to you. Connecting with the legs here, so planting through the feet, strong through the legs, feeling your hips hugging in. So we really have this kind of drawing into center, keeping us strong through the core. Now with all that working for us here, let's shift our weight to the left foot. Inhale, hover your right foot. As you exhale, step your right leg to the back of your mat. Lightly land your toes, high lunge. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, bend your back knee, lowering all the way down into your low lunge. Readjust as needed. Take your inhale here. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, take the hips with you as you begin to straighten the front leg. Take a few breaths here in your hamstring stretch, grounding through your left heel, soft bend into the left knee. Beautiful. Reconnect with your core as we transition here. Take an inhale, rebend the left knee, rock forward. Exhale, lift your right knee off the mat, high lunge. Inhale, arms sweep back as your chest moves forward. Exhale, fly into your warrior three. Weight onto that left leg. As best you can, square your hips and shoulders. Keep your navel lifted towards your spine. Take another inhale here. Exhale, both knees bend as you land right foot next to left. Chair pose on your inhale. Exhale, push to stand, hands to heart center. Pause for a breath in and breath out. Let's keep it flowing. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Now this time, let's bring our hands together at heart center. Really light here, so we're not pressing the heels of the hands together. We're keeping it gentle. While you're sitting the hips down and back, lift your chest towards your thumbs and take an inhale. As you exhale, twist up and over, left elbow to right thigh. Now option to land on top of your thigh or to the outer edge of your thigh. No matter where you are, stay long through your spine. Now shifting weight onto that right foot, take an inhale, pop your left heel. As you exhale, slowly float your left foot back, land into your lunge, keeping that twist. Beautifully done. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend your back knee to low lunge, still in our twist. One more breath in and breath out. Good. Inhale, unwind your twist, arms to the sky. Exhale, sweep your arms back, hips back, find your hamstring stretch. Inhale, rock straight back forward, low lunge. Exhale, lift your back knee once again, high lunge. Drop your back heel down. Inhale for warrior two. As you exhale, settle in. Readjust your feet as needed. Find that nice wingspan through the arms. Let's take another breath in here. And breath out. Inhale, right palm flips to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back. Find reverse warrior. Really light with that left hand on your left leg. For today, you might even bring that left hand behind your back. taking any pressure out of that hand whatsoever. Now remember, we're really working with the lower body here today. So feel that you can press down even more through the soles of your feet. Feel that strength through your legs and hips. Take another inhale here, reverse warrior. As you exhale, bring it all the way forward, right arm to right thigh. Lift your chest for side angle. Firm that connection with your belly, drawing navel to spine. Maybe even pushing down a little more through that back foot. Well done. Take a few breaths here. Next inhale brings you back up to warrior two, arms to a T. As you exhale, sweep your left arm forward, square off your hips, coming back through your crescent lunge. Here we go. Weight into that right foot. Inhale, sweep your arms back, bring your chest forward. Exhale, warrior three. Float the back leg up. Now from here, take another inhale. As you exhale, bend both knees, but don't land the left foot. Squatting your hips back, begin to upright your spine. Cross your left leg over top of your right and sit a little lower in your hips. Setting up for our eagle pose here. So you have the option to keep that left foot hovering, maybe find a block under the left toes, or wrap your left foot behind your right ankle. The lower you can sit in the hips, the easier it's gonna be to wrap the legs. Now once you're there in your legs, if you'd like to add the arms, left arm underneath your right, crossing at your elbows, either backs of hands together or palms together. As you find your eagle, we're gonna stay for about 3 more rounds of breath. So find that drishti, that unmoving point you can focus on to help keep you balanced. Maybe getting a little lower in the hips, but keeping your heart lifted. So good. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind your pose. Come back to Tadasana and shake it out. Let it go. Awesome job. So you're probably feeling it in that right leg at this point. Let's even it out. Top of your mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chair pose, hips back and down. This time, hands together in front of your heart. Take an inhale, get a little taller. As you exhale, twist up and over, right elbow to left thigh. Either on top of or to the outer edge of that thigh. Keeping your spine long from head to tail, keeping that core connection, navel to spine. Now it helps if you can gaze down at your left foot, start to find your balance here. As you inhale, pop that right heel. Exhale, slowly step that right foot back, landing your lunge. Ooh, keeping your twist. It's okay if you wobble out of it. Take another inhale here. Exhale, back knee bend, still in our twist for now. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, unwind, arms to the sky, low lunge. Exhale, sweep your arms back, straightening the left leg, hamstring stretch. Right away, inhale, rock forward, coming back to your lunge. Exhale, lift your back knee, finding your crescent. Back heel drops down, open up for warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, settle in. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, flip your left palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back. Find reverse warrior. Perhaps bringing your right hand behind your back, using that to help open your chest even more. Stay for another breath in. As you breathe out, slow transition to side angle, left arm to left thigh. Draw your right shoulder back, lift your chest. Keep pushing through your back foot, really strong through that right leg. Feeling this length through your entire right side body. Staying for another breath in, stick with your breath. And exhale. Inhale brings you back up to warrior two, arms to a T. As you exhale, sweep your right arm forward as you square your hips, coming back to your high lunge. Here we go. Inhale, heart forward, arms back, shifting weight to your left foot. Exhale, warrior three. Find your core here, lifting navel to spine. Strong through both legs, really kicking out through the soles of your feet. Now inhale here. As you exhale, bend both knees, but let that right foot hover. Lifting your chest, start to cross right thigh on top of left. Sit your hips back and down a little bit more and move into your eagle. So again, you have the option to keep that right foot hovering. Maybe find a little kickstand for your foot to rest on. Or sitting low, wrap your right foot behind your left ankle. If you want to add the arms, right arm under left, cross at the elbows, backs of hands or palms together. Staying for about 3 more rounds of breath here. Stick with it. Feeling the strength of your legs, the strength of your core. And from there, seeing those places where you can soften. You don't really need to have that clenching in your jaw here. You don't have to worry about your shoulders. So find where the energy needs to go to keep you supported here and let go of the rest. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly come out of the pose. Find Tadasana, feet together, and shake it out. Let it go. Awesome, awesome job. As you settle back into your mountain pose, planting your feet, arms by your sides. Let's heel toe the feet a little bit wider apart. Turn your toes out slightly, heels in. Take an inhale, rise your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart as you sit your hips back and come all the way down into your squat, Malasana. Now you get to choose how low you come into this pose. You might like to stay a little more lifted today, maybe even shelving your elbows onto your thighs. You might find blocks under your hands to support you here as well. If you are coming all the way down, it is okay if your heels are lifted, and it's okay if you choose to sit on something here as well. The main thing that I ask of you in this pose is to keep your chest lifted, spreading the collarbones, drawing the shoulders back. Now, after all the work that we've done in the legs today, this might feel really nice, like a great release for the hips, or it might still feel like a bit of work. So really check in and see what your experience is here. There's no right or wrong, no judgment with whatever that is. And if you'd like, you can add a gentle sway to this shape. I always feel it's really natural to kind of rock around when I'm in this squat. You have that permission. Beautiful job, everyone. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly sit the tailbone back. Reach your legs out in front of you and give them a shake. Lovely. You can even point and flex the feet a couple times or windshield wiper them side to side. Really nice release after all that we just did. And then keeping the legs extended, let's flex the feet, toes to the sky. Wiggle around to find that sweet spot on your sits bones. Take an inhale, palms by your sides as you reach the spine tall. As you exhale, start to inch your hands forward as you bring your heart towards your toes. Coming into our seated forward bend here. Now, rather than working to get the legs straight and kind of reaching the nose towards your knees, instead, let's let the knees bend and lengthen the spine a little bit more. Your hands can stay on the mat if that feels most natural for you. Maybe they travel to your shins or even fingers to your big toes. And once you've found that place with the knees bent a little or a lot, with the heart reaching forward and spine long, then you can start to drop the head and allow for a little more rounding through the upper back. Pausing for about 5 more rounds of breath here. Finding a little more space for the back line of the body here, into those hammies and into your low back. With your next natural inhale, slowly begin to sit up tall once again. Keeping your legs out in front of you, reach your arms out into these kind of zombie arms. Take another inhale to sit tall. As you exhale, slowly roll yourself back onto your back. Arms can come to help you, or using the cord coming all the way down. As you arrive, reach your arms back behind you. Find a full body stretch. Reaching from fingers to toes, opening up this front line of your body. Allow your hips, your belly to relax as you take a big breath in and breath out. Arms coming back down to rest by your side. One leg at a time, bend your knees and plant the soles of your feet onto the floor. Setting up for our bridge pose here, feet about underneath the knees, arms by your sides, shoulders drawing into the mat. With an inhale, rise your hips any amount, coming into your bridge. Making sure to keep pressing through your feet, using that support of your legs to keep your hips lifted. But knowing that it doesn't really matter how high you get off the mat, we're simply looking for a nice stretch through the front body. Now, of course, as the front body is stretching, the back body is active. So it might feel nice here to really tune into the strength of your hamstrings, your glutes, your low back. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly lower back to the mat, bit by bit until your hips find the floor once again. As they do, one leg at a time, knees come in towards your chest. If you'd like, you can wrap your legs up in a nice big hug for a moment or two. Perhaps even a nice rock side to side to massage the low back. And then releasing your arms out into a T or cactus shape to either side of you. Lift your knees to stack over your hips. Take an inhale here. Exhale, dropping your knees to the right side of your mat. Create a twist. So as your knees drop to the right, maybe it feels nice to scoot your hips to the left, giving your spine a little more space for this twist. You also have the option to add a prop between or underneath your legs to give more support to your hips and your low back here. Really making this pose work for you. Everything is customizable. And once you find that place where you can settle in, maybe your eyes close. As we start to slow down our practice here, really bringing yourself back to this inner landscape. And noticing if anything has shifted or rearranged in this space. Noticing if there are any areas where you can still find a bit of softness. And finding gratitude for whatever it is that has shifted or changed or come up for you during this time. At the bottom of your next exhale, please roll yourself back onto your back, coming back through center. Once again, knees stacking over your hips. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, knees drop to the left side of your mat, creating your twist on the other side. Taking your first few rounds of breath to make any adjustments, add any props that will make you feel a little more comfy, cozy here. And recognizing that your experience on this side of the pose will be different than what you had on the other side of the pose. So maybe that means different variation on this side, different props. Always making the pose work for your body and not the other way around. As you rest in stillness here for a few more rounds of breath, notice your response to this stillness. Do you feel relaxed and open? Or do you find some resistance there? No right, no wrong, simply building awareness. At the bottom of your next exhale, drawing navel to spine and rolling back to center, back onto your back. One last hug here, drawing your knees to your chest, wrapping yourself up in your own arms. Take a breath in here. Big sigh, let it out. Start to straighten your legs out long on your mat, moving towards your Shavasana, your final resting pose. Making any adjustments, adding any props to make yourself comfortable. Maybe placing a blanket over you or an eye pillow over your eyes. And allowing yourself these last few minutes on your mat to be just about you. This is your time to rest, to integrate, to enjoy your own company. And this is where I will leave you for today, to continue on your own inner journey. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat. Namaste.